Yeah.
That's right.
Now,
This is our life for the foreseeable future.
that in Australia, you got a lot of land to drive around in.
Yeah.
That's it. Yes.
And
Now,
well, one of the great things is, and it's probably a nice segue into our second story, is that because we use that RV, we can take ourselves into because it's a large RV. It's completely independent. We can go for days without power or water. It's got its own generator.
Right.
It has two huge water tanks. Everything that you'd actually need to survive for an indeterminate period, which means we can actually get out into the Australian outback.
Right.
And that's been proving as a target-rich environment as well.
Wow.
It has. Yeah,
Wow.
we moved up to Townsville after we'd finished at the Rockhampton area, and just 130 kilometres southwest of Townsville, there's a little place called Ravenswood, and that's out in the outback on the way to Charters Towers. And it used to be a gold town, but it's now a ghost town. Used to have a population of about 3,000, but when the gold ran out, they literally picked up their houses and moved to where the next scene was.
Right.
And so there's now a population of about 100, of a couple of houses, a school, a post office, and two beautiful old pubs. 3-story Victorian pubs, absolutely gorgeous. One of them was the Imperial, and we'd heard stories of the ghost of the sisters who used to haunt this hotel. So we contacted the owner, and John and Di were more than happy for us to go in there. So room 12A was the haunted room. Apparently the wife and lover were supposed to be meeting in this room, and jealous husband found them and stabbed them to death. So we thought, well, this has got to be the room to sleep in, doesn't it? So we moved in there, and usual, of course, upstairs again, but not as many flights of stairs this time. No lift. But yeah, we set all the gear up, and Di showed us all the hot spots around the hotel and all the different places that we needed to go. Absolutely beautiful place, and it was the Delaney sisters. The Delaney family owned it and built it, but the sisters are the two that tend to guide people through the hotel and look after them. Catherine was a young girl there. She died of polio when she was 6, and she's supposed to haunt there as well. So we set gear up in her room, and the girls' room, the sisters' rooms, and our room, and just basically left it all running all night. We got some pretty good results from there. We got the what happened was the Catherine was the little polio victim. They were redoing the hotel, and they were making it a bit more modern, and they'd changed all the pictures on the walls. They'd taken her photograph, the little girl's photograph, off the wall and put it in storage. A psychic stayed in that room. Didn't know the story apparently, and she went downstairs for breakfast, and Di asked her how the night had gone, and she said, I don't know, she said, I was very comfortable, but this little girl came to me and told me that she wanted her picture put back. So they went and got the photograph out of storage, and it's back on the wall in her room, and she's very happy. But we got nothing that night. Absolutely nothing. So we just left the cameras running all night as usual. Now we got we were sitting in the dining room running an EVP session, and everybody had gone to bed, and the sisters are supposed to be in the dining room. And we were keeping quiet because it's an old hotel, thin floors. You don't want to make too much noise.
It was about 1 a.m.
It was pretty late.
Yeah.
And so we were just talking very quietly, and the bar has got these old saloon-style doors.
Yeah, the US-type saloon doors.
Yeah. And very loud on the recordings that we've got. You can actually hear these doors squeak like they're opening, and then just bang, like they've settled.
Oh, wow.
On the weird. And it was very loud, and we didn't mention it during our interactive session, so we didn't hear it.
Yeah, didn't hear a thing.
Oh, wow.
We left some trigger objects with a REM pod in one of the sisters' rooms, Joe, and just left a couple of combs and a headband with a video camera on that with the REM pod all night. The REM pod went off, and
About 4 times.
About 4 times, and we've got
Really?
no idea what set that off.
Okay.
And in the little girl's room, in Catherine's room, again, we know to check for headlights and close curtains and all the usual bits and pieces to debunk. And we've got these really strange lights going up the wall.
Yeah, 2 very, just kind of like, almost like a little white feather flying up into the air. 2 of them going in different directions.
Huh.
And the interesting thing was, we looked at whether there was anywhere where light could come in, and there was nothing. There was actually a building between this room and the road.
Nothing. I mean, we'd seen traffic come through. Not that there is much traffic, because
Right.
There's one road
yeah, in and out. But we've
and desert.
Yeah.
but there's a lot of stories of hauntings, and the people there were just so open and welcoming. They all wanted to tell us about their resident ghosts, and they all wanted us to go back. So on our way back down south, we're going to call back into Ravenswood, and there's a park there where we can park the RV. So we're going to stay in there.
Stay for a couple of days.
The other hotel, the railway hotel, we're going to see if we can get in there and maybe do a bit of a hunt in there as well. Again, 3 floors, thank you. We're hoping for a basement or ground floor soon.
Yes.
Yeah, really.
Either that or minions who don't mind not being paid.
Yeah, we want minions.
Now,
So yeah, I think that pretty much covers the Imperial. But yeah, we've been pretty busy.
There's been
been
a lot of
insane.
activity since we last spoke.
wow. Yeah, you guys have been busy. Now, you were talking about people telling you their ghost stories and stuff. Now, do you find that the people in Australia are very open to paranormal investigating?
Not so much in the cities, but definitely we've noticed it more in the country
In the
towns.
country towns, yeah.
Okay.
The further into the outback you get, the better, the more open they seem. I mean, I think there's probably a hidden agenda there in that these guys, are living in a ghost town that
Right.
they're trying to get, a tourist business happening in there.
Right.
So,
Getting
I
people,
think
yeah.
I think that's part of it. But there is. Yeah, as Deb said, I mean, you in the cities that, like I guess any city really, you tend to be treated with a little more suspicion. What's
Right.
your game? Are you going to come and rob us or something like that?
Right.
Whereas in the country towns, they're a lot more open. They don't think that way.
Okay.
And we've had some great reception from these places.
Oh, that's
We
good.
went into a little place. I can never think of the name.
Garadunga.
Garadunga.
Garadunga,
Can't
yes.
think of the name. And we walked in there and basically said, "We understand you." I mean, you go on their Facebook page and it says they've got a ghost. So we went in there and we asked, "We understand you got a ghost. This is who we are. Can we come in?" Okay, so yeah, where do you want to set up? Yeah,
Yeah, it
no
was
problem. They
completely
come in there.
laconic. It was
Wow.
a case of, yeah, sure, you want the room? Yeah, we can put you in the room that's haunted. And here's where this was Athol, Athol. Athol was the resident ghost there, which is interesting actually because Deb took a picture. Deb has a technique that she uses where she takes 2 pictures from the same position, and
Right.
that's yielded a lot of good stuff for her. And one of the things is, in fact, it's the only evidence we got from the
It was pretty quiet.
Garadunga Hotel. It was
Very
pretty quiet.
quiet.
That was the
Lovely
last
spot,
one
though.
we did a few days ago.
Beautiful spot.
And she's got this. She was taking a picture of the bar, and dead in front of her, where she was taking this picture, was the classic refrigerators with beer and all of that kind of stuff in there. Just general cold drinks with a glass front. So the flash reflected off the glass front, and when you blow this picture up to around the flash, you can actually see a figure standing behind Deb, with one of the kind of floppy hats that the cane cutters. It's all sugarcane farms around there.
Okay.
And
Oh,
these days
wow.
it's all done by machine, but back in the day it was all done with guys with machetes
Right.
doing this kind of thing. And this Athol apparently was a cane cutter back in the time when it was all done manually.
Right.
And so this image is it's really almost a silhouette, but you can see is this floppy cane cutter hat. In fact, our daughter named him Gilligan because it looks a bit like the hat Gilligan used to wear on Gilligan's Island. So
I know what you're talking about.
He's Gilligan.
He's
now.
now started being called Gilligan rather than Athol. But yeah, so that was.
No, they're very, very welcoming.
They were very welcoming,
Oh, that's
they told
nice.
us all about this guy, and it's fantastic. And we're planning to do a lot more outback stuff on our way back and into next year as well.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll definitely have you back on the show as many times we need to. We can get all your stories.
Oh,
Sounds good to us.
Delighted to come back.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun talking to you guys. But
Me too.
Always with you as well.
But
Yeah.
unfortunately, we're almost out of time here. And but look, hey, it's been great talking to you guys, and it was great having you guys back on the show again. I'll stay in contact with you over Facebook and Twitter, and when you got something else going on, make sure you let me know, and we'll have you back on.
Most certainly.
You'll be the
Most
first.
certainly will.
All right. Hey, thanks
Yep.
for coming on, guys.
Yep, thanks a lot.
Take care, guys.
Thank you very
Take care,
much.
guys. Thanks for having us.
We're clear.
We're clear?
Uh,
That was John and Deb of Drifter Paranormal, and they're always fun to talk to.
Yeah, they are.
They always have good stories, great stories about what they're doing. Now, Dan, we're about halfway through. Why don't you go ahead and play? We'll go into a break, and then we'll.
Sure. We can do that.
Why don't we go to a break?
Okay. This week we have Earth, Sky, Moon with Willow Weeps, and you can check them out on our featured artist page.
Tears on my pillow. Watch this willow weep. Tears on my pillow. Watch this willow weep. Watch this willow weep. Watch this willow weep. Locked in my tower, can't find my way out. Gone are the hours since I've been without. Been without your love. Been without your love. 'Cause at night they visit me. Vapors in the air, haunting me with memories of someone who's not there. Watch this willow weep. Watch this willow weep. 'Cause at night they visit me. Vapors in the air, haunting me with memories of someone who's not
Doc, what's wrong with our friend?
I'm not sure. Ever since he's